It appears that they are something that happens in large brains, and it helps with processing. Like it was described to me as a kind of a superstar neuron. It's very powerful. It even looks different. It's bigger and a way to shunt large packets of information around. And it's been suggested also that it has something to do with empathy and sort of getting along, and recently scientists discovered that when in humans, when those neurons are damaged, that's when people become sort of antisocial and cannot somehow manage the social contract anymore.
Is it possible that dolphins may be even more neurologically advanced than humans?
Well, yes, I do think so. I mean, they're always different, but of course, they're as John Lilly said, we're babies in the universe. They've been here a lot longer than we have, and have obviously been using their big brains a lot longer than we have, and have developed a lot of structures that are really fascinating. I mean, they have an extra lobe in their limbic system, which is what really relates to things like, emotional and the seat of feelings and empathy. And one scientist suggested to me that it could mean that their emotional life is even more complex than ours.
Well, if they're so smart, why aren't they capturing humans and putting us in cages?
I don't know.
Just
if
a bad joke.
Is it smart to do that?
You visited with a neuroscientist, Lori Marino, at her lab at Emory University. What aspect of dolphin neurology does she research?
She does. She's looked back in time to find out why evolutionarily why did things change? Because when dolphins, they started off their lives on this planet as land animals, and then they went into the water and changed completely. It would be as if we had suddenly learned how to fly. They changed themselves, and she wanted to know why the brain, which was in the beginning not such a big part of the animal, expanded. Well, the body size reduced. And, of course, it's a big evolutionary mystery, but and a lot of times people wonder, does that have to do with extra processing that you need for echolocation and things like that? But it couldn't be the sole answer, because then, of course, bats would have these huge brains. They echolocate. So she has really taken the dolphin brain apart using modern technologies like MRI and computer tomography. And she also was the scientist one of two scientists who did the mirror self-recognition test with dolphins and discovered that they are self-aware. They can make that cognitive leap to look in the mirror and say, hey, that's me, which is unusual for animals, and they were the first non-primate species to do that.
Is their neocortex similar to humans?
That's probably one of the most fascinating things about their brains. The architecture is completely different. So most neocortexes have 6 distinct layers, and dolphins only have 5. And the really fascinating part about that is that the layer that they're missing is layer 4, which is in primates. That's where the information comes in and is sort of integrated into the brain. So we don't know where the information is coming in or how they're processing it. And it's a different looking neocortex. Ours is sort of thick, and theirs is, if you could spread it out, ours is thicker, but theirs covers a lot more area and has a lot more convolutions in it.